welcome back to the channel. I'm Tia.
And I'm Ebony.
And this is Reacting to the Internet. Alright guys, we know why we're here. You know why you're here. You saw the title, you clicked on the thumbnail. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. I cannot remember the name of the channel of the video that we're about to react to, but it's somewhere on the screen and it's actually linked in the description, the original video. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is why white rappers cannot coexist, and I'm interested to see what they have to say. I have my thoughts, you have your thoughts. I'm pretty sure the internet has their thoughts. Let's go ahead and get into this reaction. Not the sip of water. Not the sip of water.
Why white rappers can't get along.
Have to contribute to black culture in some sort of fashion. You can't come into this from the vessel of hip-hop and use the clothes and the language and the music and then go off and start doing something.
Are you talking about Post Malone?
You know what, this is the thing, is I remember when I first started, there was this whole like white rappers can't like white rappers. It's like this rule.
Oh yeah, I promoted that for 20 years.
It's like no, and it was true. It was kind of like when you know, it is how it was, but that shit's gotta go.
From the moment they entered the music industry, white rappers have always had to deal with animosity from the culture. Suddenly, the minority for the first time in their lives, Caucasian MCs have always been...
Pause. He said, suddenly, they are for the first time in their lives, they are the minorities. That was funny. And I want to get back to what Russ was saying in the beginning of the video. He stated that white rappers come in the game and they use the culture, the language, the music to propel them, and then they go and do something completely different. I.e. MGK, i.e. What's that guy's name? Who's from Texas?
Post Malone.
Post Malone. And I'm not quite sure if we consider Jack Harlow to be a rapper. And we all know Macklemore ain't it. So let's go ahead and get back into the video.
Standards by some who never accept them, while in other cases, their own attempts to make amends for succeeding in the game has always prevented them from being taken seriously long enough to establish themselves, make a significant impact, and leave behind a lasting legacy. From the days where Eminem was challenging everyone from Cage to Fred Durst and ICP, through to the modern day when Shady has taken issue with the likes of NF and Token, white rappers have always had a tendency to beef with each other. Recently, we've seen the cannibalistic tradition re-enter the news cycle, with MGK firing some strays at Jack Harlow. Seemingly stemming from Jack's bars on They Don't Love It, MGK's response came in the form of a freestyle, spitting, "See why they call you Jackman, you Jackman's whole swag." The twin forces of the media and the internet were, as always, quick to hype the beef, and before long, the issue was addressed during Jack's appearance on Rap Radar.
But you did say you're the hardest.
So I would say that MGK gets some respect for dissing Jack Harlow, because Jack Harlow, yes indeed, Drake's whole style, like his entire identity, Jack Harlow completely 100% jacked it. So that's pretty cool. And as far as Eminem dissing everybody, hey,
He's a battle rapper.
he's a battle rapper.
That's kind of what he does.
So if you can't take it, you shouldn't be in the game. What you gotta say?
Let's continue to watch.
Let's continue to watch. All right, because Jack Harlow did say he's the hardest white boy since Eminem. Please. Please.
If y'all, for one goddamn on me second, believe anything is tough about a dude named Jack Harlow, the man's, get close. Can you? I don't know. You can zoom. The man's name is Jack Harlow. Oh man, you better not be on the block, cause Jack gonna get you. Do that sound tough to you?
I mean, there was a snowman named Jack, right? And he
Jack
was
Frost.
Okay,
Jack
but his
Frost.
name was Jack. And he was killing people, man. He was a snowman. He was killing people. I see the correspondence. I'm just saying.
Let's continue.
Let's go ahead and get back into the video.
White boy
Yeah.
since Eminem, and then
That's right.
certain people got in their feelings. Are you gonna clap back at him lyrically?
How do you take it? And I guess you just take it. I don't know. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and I feel great about what I said, and I feel great about the reaction.
While Jack held this situation with his characteristic nonchalance, there's plenty of examples where that sort of questioning from a media figure would have been enough for a full feud. And if he did, then Jack would have fallen into a similar trap in which white rappers square off against one another. As up until this point, it seems like they're simply incapable of coexisting, or at the very least, haven't been granted permission to accept each other's presence in the game. And while we could go through and exhaustively list every single beef that's ever taken place between white artists and hip-hop, we're more interested in
Who even
establishing
knows?
why
I
they
don't know.
have
No beef between no white
For
artists.
starters,
No white
we have
rap artists.
self-preservation
Have no
and
idea.
competitiveness. No other form of entertainment is so geared towards confrontationally asserting yourself, quite like hip-hop. And given that white rappers are already burdened with the notion that they're guests within the genre, it's only natural that this idea of taking on anyone who might be hovering near your market share would be addressed. As a result, verbal jabs such as those that MGK sent to Jack Harlow's direction have been a regular thing in white-on-white rap. And the more of them you add to the mix, the more volatile.
Pause.
Here,
Bro, who is
this
narrating
dude? I'm
this?
asking.
White on white rap?
White on white rap. Look, I just gotta say this. Rap is already competitive, right? It's a competitive field, and those who take the game, like the OGs who take the game seriously, who takes, rapping and they're real MCs and they do this for real, of course they're gonna take issue to people just coming in the game and just jacking everybody else's style, have nothing original to bring to the table whatsoever. Hip hop is already competitive, battle rapping, whatever you want to call it, it's already competitive. And if you can't take a little jab, if you can't take whatever, then it's not for you. Now I do like Jack Harlow's response of his nonchalantness. It's like, okay, well, whatever. You don't even rap right now, so whatever. So I do understand that. I get that, because it's only gonna be a certain number of them in the game. It's just how it is. Like, at the end of the day, rap hip hop was created by the black culture, and unfortunately, we control who gets the keys. And if you want a key and you want to come into the house, you gotta duke it out. May the best man win. And right now, the only person who's winning is Eminem.
You say you gotta duke it out.
You gotta duke it out. Eminem is undefeated. Has been undefeated for 30 years. Y'all gotta do better. They gotta come harder. That's all I gotta say.
White on white rap.
White on white rap. Let's get back into it.
I am at a loss.
Let's get back into it.
Which has dilated people's ears drum pop remix, which simultaneously sparked two beefs. The story goes that it was a throwaway bar that was misinterpreted that led to his longtime feud with Eminem, with Everlast spitting, "Cock my hammer, spit a comet like Haley, I'll buck a 380 on ones that act shady." This was enough for Slim to assume that he was being sent for, and before long, he responded with venom on diss tracks like I Remember and Quitter. On I Remember, Eminem even goes as far as to admit that the two of them trying to exist within the same cramped space as white artists could have led to the friction, spitting, "Remember Sway and Tech, when I came up and sat beside you, I started rhyming and you left the room and didn't say goodbye or nothing. Like you mad that someone else was white and tried to rhyme or something." But, according to Everlast, the whole thing was actually a miscommunication.
Let's
That
pause for
nigga
a
look
second.
like Santa Claus.
Everlast.
What? He looks like.
Whose daddy is this?
Who is that?
Who's daddy? Is this Everlast? He's somebody's sugar daddy. Got it.
If he don't get his silver fox head,
He looks good. He got the comb hair, the
That
white
boy look-
snow. He looks
that
good.
boy look like a juiced up Santa Claus.
He looks good though. Okay. Everlast. I've never heard of this person. But I do agree that back in the day, if you sent for Slim Shady, he was coming for you. Like any mention of his daughters, anything. And I understand why he did it, because he had to prove himself. Like,
Welcome to the world of
exactly. Welcome to the world of
hip hop.
hip hop. You gotta prove yourself, and that's what he did. Like, he proved himself. Like, if you said anything that he could misinterpret or take out of line, just like with Christina Aguilera said, oh, I think, and she was doing the interview, and she said, the interviewer asked Christina Aguilera about Eminem, and she said, oh, he's cute, but he's married to Kim. And of course, she took it as like, okay, first of all, he got on the track and he said something back to Christina Aguilera, and y'all know what was said, etc., etc. But I felt like he still was in the era where he had to prove himself. Like, no, you're not about to play with me. And unfortunately, that's just how hip hop goes. And he didn't just do it to like Christina. He did it. I think he did it to Will Smith. He did it to Benzo, like all those people, right? Because he had to prove himself. Because again, that is what hip hop is about. Rap is about. You gotta prove yourself. You can't let people be playing with you, no matter who it is. You can't let them play with you. And Eminem did not let these people play with him.
Yes.
And that is why he's in the house of hip hop.
The house.
Jack,
he don't run the house though.
No, he don't run the house, but he's in the house. And Jack Harlow non-response to MGK is not gonna get him in the house, because it just makes you look, you know, ugh, you can't handle this. You just gonna let some dude who over here doing emo shows punk you out? This is rap. Let's get back into it. As you guys can see, I have a lot of thoughts. A lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings.
See how the intensified spotlight of white rappers meant that Shady had no other option but to respond.
I say something about Haley's comment at that. I didn't know his daughter's
Exactly.
name was Haley, but he got very upset about that part, and then that got exposed that he knew so much about, or he was so upset that he thought I had said something about his daughter, that I used that in the second diss. He was about to go to jail or something, and I said, I'll look in on your kid. I wouldn't have done that at this age as a parent.
Right.
I wouldn't.
On Twitter, Eminem chose to expand his targets, opting for a scattergun approach, which also meant that he took aim at Dilated Peoples for giving Everlast a platform in the first place. In doing so, it meant that he inherited a beef with another white rapper and producer in Evidence. During a visit to the People's Party with Talib Kweli, Evidence was
Who the
happy
fuck
to
is in
explain that
Evidence?
even though he'd met M before and everything had been cordial, they suddenly had no choice but to go to war.
Getting dissed by Eminem in the prime of his career was not cool at all. The real Slim Shady was out. He was on over the top of the world. There was a coffee shop I used to go to in the morning, and the girl looked at me one day and just started laughing in my face. Wow. And she was like, "What are you gonna do?" That's what she told me.
With Shady's power seemingly capable of destroying his career, Ev understood that taking M's provocations lying down wasn't an option. The resulting diss track, Searching for Bobby Fischer, saw him shade Eminem and divulge personal details that he'd gotten from someone he knew in Detroit.
So I went back and wrote a rap against him, and whether you like it, don't like it, or anything in between, I got respect. Then he hit me again with another diss, and it wasn't that good. He didn't have much on me. Eventually, Paul and I are cool.
Right.
I seen Eminem backstage at a festival one time with Alchemist. You know, there was a little like, we're cool. I get played on Shade 4-5. Right. Nothing really happened. I got to get respect for not backing down to somebody who's Godzilla, and then that was it.
Compelled to fight one another, even when the personal
Pause.
animosity was more.
Exactly. You don't back down.
This dude like a minister.
Who? Oh, that's Eazy-E.
I'm sorry, that's who?
The guy who was talking is not this dude. They're about to get into another battle.
Who's
But
the pastor?
this is Eazy-E. But back to what my guy was saying.
That's not easy.
No, that's not Eazy-E. This is Eazy-E.
Yeah,
The guy who was talking is not Eazy-E.
I got that part.
Okay.
But that's not easy.
That's not Eazy-E? Who is this? Is that the guy that was talking? Who is this?
This not the easy E I recognize.
I think this is Eazy-E. I think Eazy-E and MGK had a beef about housing.
If y'all understand.
Oh!
I don't know who this is, but that's not easy.
First of all, don't come for me like that.
I don't know who this is,
Okay, I know what you're saying, but
that's not easy.
But yes, this is Eazy-E. This is
Pastor E.
not Pastor E. Oh my god.
Pastor Easy.
Oh my god. Let's get back into the video.
Please.
More imaginary than anything else, this is the same exact mentality.
MGK look like a model, underwear model.
Almost 2 decades later, 2 rappers that resided in the same area, between getting play from the mainstream pop charts while generally getting respect from hip-hop diehards, MGK and G-Eazy had moved in similar circles for years with little to no
Oh,
issues.
G-Eazy.
But that would all change.
Pause. Oh man, I'm saying that man name wrong. It's G-Eazy, not Eazy-E or whatever I said.
Anyway,
G-Eazy.
Play.
My bad.
G-Eazy.
My bad.
Couldn't have been Easy E.
I said Eazy-E, didn't I? My bad. It's
funny
G-Eazy.
though. I ain't the Easy I know.
Wow. All right.
Ivory Funk Flex freestyle from MGK, in which he rallied against G-Eazy for everything from stealing his look to allegedly sleeping with his one-time girlfriend, Halsey. Before long, MGK's first sparring match with the white rapper would soon be eclipsed by getting coaxed into the ring with Eminem. Whoever you thought won, Rap Devil and Killshot represent just another case of white MCs misinterpreting one another's behavior as something more antagonistic than it is and responding with venom. After all, in the very same tweet that
Boy, this is listen to that line. Misinterpreting a person's behavior as antagonistic. They don't resonate with you, and okay, that's weird to me. They don't resonate.
Why is it weird?
Because I'm thinking, why do you assume the negative in somebody's behavior? To me, it didn't sound like no diss to me.
What was the diss?
That's what my man just said. He was like, this is another case of white rappers misinterpreting someone's behavior as antagonistic. That's what he just said.
So, as far as what he's saying, I don't agree. As far as what the person in the video saying, I don't agree.
Okay.
I was there for that rap battle. Well, I wasn't there, but I heard about it. And I was like, listening to both sides. So...
You listen to G...
No, not the rap between G-Eazy, whatever that man named, Eazy-E, not Eazy-E, G-Eazy and MGK, not that rap battle. I didn't care about that. I only cared about the one Eminem was in.
Oh, okay.
So it was Eminem versus MGK, and MGK said something about Eminem's daughter, Haley, and at the time she was underage. Now, MGK is our age. I think Haley is in her mid-20s. So when he made the comment, she was underage. And eventually it got back to Shady, and because he said he was on the internet, strolling on YouTube, the wormhole, the black hole that YouTube is, and he saw the comment, and he saw that MGK was like basically doing a press conference about whatever. With his name, with Eminem's name in his mouth, and Haley, whatever. And so MGK, I think, did a feature with Tech 9, and he sneak dissed Eminem. And so Eminem came out with on Kamikaze with Royce da 5'9" on his Not Alike album, or his Not Alike song, and he said, I don't do sublims and sure as fuck don't sneak this. And so he mentioned MGK's name. That's another thing I like about Eminem. He will mention your name. Like if he talking about you, he gonna let you know. And so bam, that sparked the little thing. MGK made Rap Devil, which was okay. And then Eminem made Kill Shot. And then MGK was on The Breakfast Club, and he was like, everybody was, Charlamagne was like, are you going to respond though? Are you going to respond? MGK had the weakest response ever. He said, I heard Kill Shot, but I wasn't going to release it. He automatically lost because of that. Like, what you mean you're not going to release the diss track? What? This dude just straight up lyrically came after you, and you talk about something, I heard that it was weak. So you didn't have nothing. You didn't have nothing to say. Okay, and then shortly after that, MGK went over and started doing rock and stuff. So that's what happened between, that's the rap beef that I know.
Well, you would have might as well done the rest of this little video, cause.
But I say all that to say, like,
I'm sure this is what this man gonna break down. I don't know.
I say all that to say, man, you gotta, in rap, I just feel like you gotta be able to hold your own. You gotta be able to stick it out, tough it out, do what you gotta do. Like, there is no back and forth. There is no, halfway in, halfway out. That's how I feel. But let's get back into it.
Allegedly sparked the incident, MGK called Eminem the king.
There it is.
Despite this,
Pause. See? Okay, so I just saw a picture of Eminem's daughter, and I have to say she is hot as F in the most respectful way possible, because M is king. Like, no. Absolutely not. No. 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 If you got so much respect for this person, you would have never said this about his daughter in that way. You would have been like, oh man, she's beautiful. And kept it moving. So I do feel like a lot of rappers do use Eminem's name to propel themselves. Because they know, A, he's a global superstar. Like, the man has been famous forever. And he's, you know, respected in the rap community. That's true. So, and that's how I took it. But anyways, let's get back into it.
Blacklisted from Shade 45, Eminem's radio station. And well, the rest is history.
As he
With
should
their
be.
perpetual conflict, the media has thoroughly enjoyed every moment of it. During a guest appearance on Howard Stern's show, Howard pointed out the striking similarities in their upbringings and backgrounds, suggesting that it was ironic for them to be feuding in the first place.
Was Eminem a hero to you?
Yeah, for sure.
The guy's a great rapper. Does it personally pain you that you have this feud with this guy?
I'm like asleep in my tour bus. This guy drops an album with like 3 songs talking about me. I said what I said and respect the fight. That's it. The guy down the street has money. This fool has wealth beyond. I'm all about putting my arm around people. I'm not with like doing this to people, so I can't relate. The last thing I want to ever be is an angry legend.
As much of an icon as Howard is in this field, he's clearly naive about hip-hop, as when it comes to white rappers, the shared experience of coming up in this game is actually the issue. Throughout history, white rappers who are on the come-up have a tendency to try to prove that they're in it for the right reasons, while saying that others are there to profit from the culture. Just like we often see, this too goes all the way back to Shady rallying against Vanilla Ice and Milkbone in 1999, as in a famous interview, he doubled down on dissing them, saying,
I didn't just want to be thrown out there, you know what I mean? Like a milk bone or like Vanilla Ice and just like try to start at the top or whatever. I want that foundation. I want the respect. I ain't in this for the money. I'm in it for the respect. I'm in it for like, just for somebody to come up and say, Eminem, you're dope.
A now familiar move in the white rapper's playbook, a man who's always struggled to get his respect in the game.
Eminem, you're dope. And that's why I do respect Eminem, because like him, hate him, whatever situation may be, my dude never switched. He came in about hip hop and he stayed about hip hop to this day. Now the other people, and y'all know who I'm talking about, exactly what are they doing? Besides Paul Wall, the people's champ.
Texas. Never switched.
Never switched. And that's what it's about. If you're not in it for the right reasons, it becomes apparent.
Yeah, like my man sitting here in the button up.
Oh, Jack Harlow.
White Drake.
The white Drake. Like this dude, like how?
This dude, White Drake.
There is nobody in the rap community is about to respect you, bro. Jack Harlow.
But people obviously still be.
I mean, they listen
He
to
made
his
some hit.
music.
He made a hit.
He did. They listen to his music and stuff, but like I feel like if you in it for the respect, like how all the people say, "Oh, I'm in it for the," no, you're not. You're in it for the money.
I think, well, of course, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but
No.
just let that be known. But
Yeah.
I think that
Don't pretend like you in it for the respect and the culture of it all when you're not.
no, I mean, none of these people are being their authentic self. I don't think.
You don't think so? I definitely do.
Eminem, I think maybe. I really feel like that's really him. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like the new guys, this
Yeah.
guy, Jack Harlow, I may listen to his music, but it's like by accident. I mean, it'd be like maybe playing on the radio, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, who is that? Oh, there's, so, oh, okay, cool, you know.
Yeah.
But am I going to actively seek out on my playlist and find myself ever in a life typing in Jack Harlow into my iPad? I mean, into my Apple Music? No.
No, and I also think the other guy that I really like, NF, I really like his music, and I really feel like he's in it for the right reasons because, again, he's kind of in his own lane. He doesn't really diss anybody. And he always has a message. And I also appreciate his music. Like, it's too soon to say if he's in it for the right reasons, if he's in it for the actual rap, the culture of it all, whatever situation it may be. But from the last couple of albums that he's put out,
I mean, rap is an art.
Cool.
Rap is an art form. So
yeah, it is.
If you, from an artistic standpoint, you enjoy spoken word. If you enjoy that form of art, then be in it for the art. Like, that's cool. And then if you in it for the money and you in it to get a quick buck or whatever the case may be, then it'll show. But really, who cares? Nobody really has no. I don't feel like people's baseline for real music is that good, to be honest.
Not right now, it's not. But back in the day, I believe it was.
Yeah, for sure. Eminem is dope. Eminem is the premier, if you have to choose one, Eminem is the premier white rapper of all time.
He's the only one.
And I can say that. I can honestly and completely say that. Eminem is the dopest white rapper of all time. There is no one topping him ever. White rapper. Ever. He's untouchable. When they go, so all this video about why they keep beefing, I don't know why. Because there's only one. And there's always gonna be one. Nobody's ever gonna top Eminem.
Everybody gotta come for the throne though. They gotta try.
Never.
That's what it is about. You gotta try.
Nobody's ever gonna touch him.
Somebody gonna get dethroned at some point in time.
And if that is true, okay. It damn sure ain't gonna be Jerk Harlow, and it damn sure ain't gonna be Kelly. What's his name?
MGK.
Yeah, MGK.
Let's get back into the video.
Us is one man who took issue with how Post came into the game, believing that he used rap aesthetics as a springboard to fame. But as a white rapper always will in these situations, he used the example of Malone to depict how he was different from the other white rappers.
And if you're white in hip-hop, you have to contribute to
Pause. My man said, as a white rapper will always do, he used Post Malone to state out why he was different.
I want to hear what you gotta say.
Oh my God, let's get back into it.
Culture in some sort of fashion. Otherwise, you are simply repeating history by coming into black culture, using that as a medium to steal and profit for self. You can't come into this from the vessel of hip-hop and use the clothes and the language and the music and then go off and start doing something.
Are you talking about Post Malone?
I think that's a fair example. You come in with braids and golds to the point people are thinking you're mixed, and now you drink Bud Light and wear cowboy boots. You used it to propel yourself to the forefront, and then you reverted back to who you really were. I feel like I do hip-hop justice. I don't make a mockery of it. I don't portray any negative.
That's exactly what he did.
That's exactly what a lot of people
That's exactly what a lot of white rappers do. And so,
which is why they need to continue to fight.
Yeah, I said it's a battle to see who's in it. You think we're just gonna give you the keys, like give you the okay because you can put together some bars? No, we're not. Well, they're not. I'm not part of the rap community, but I don't imagine that they are gonna do that. Especially when they fought so hard to even create a genre that was for the black culture, the black experience. No.
I think I don't know who this guy is. He making sense.
Russ.
Oh, okay. He making sense.
Yeah,
everything he's saying pretty much sums up what I'm thinking in my head.
Yeah, like I 1000% understand and I agree with what he is saying. Like, no, you cannot come in and just use hip hop, which a lot of people do. And
Post Malone did come in with some braids.
He did. He came in with braids
and a grill.
And a grill, yes.
Now that boy, I'm an artist. I'm a country singer.
And then no one's saying that you can't switch your genres, but I don't feel like rap is one of those places where you can switch your genres.
Post did it. I like Post Malone. I do like Post Malone. For real. I ain't gonna lie about that. I do like him, but he did switch up.
Yeah, he switched up. And I feel like in hip hop rap, you have to be in that lane. Like, it's not one of those things that you can just transition in and out of. It's not like pop and country stars, like how Taylor Swift did it. I also feel like once you go pop, like
Well,
true
rap-
pop, man, you can't go back.
But rap can be kind of pop.
Rap-
Look at Uzi Vert. Uzi
Lil
Vert
Uzi Vert
is
a rock star. He's not a.
He's a pop star.
That man is a rock star. It's the same way as black people trying to
Drake.
break in with
Country music.
with country
You
music.
see, they ain't let us in that much.
Or what's the thing? Like rock music, hard metal music. Like, come on now, there's so many people out here who can make music the way that the only people I have in my head right now is Paramore. But it's very hard to break into that alternative field. It's hard because it originally was not built for us. So of course, if you want to come over there, you got to duke it out. You got to duke it out. You want to be on top. That's how I feel. And I feel the same with hip hop and rap. Like, I feel like it's not one of those genres that you can just switch in and out of. It's either you in it for life or you not. But yeah, let's get back into it. And you like Post Malone?
I do like Post Malone. I like his music. I ain't gonna cap. I do.
Who?
He makes some hits.
Oh my god.
Am I jumping in bands?
No.
I do like his
No,
music.
no, absolutely not.
And he from Texas.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Just saying. I ain't never heard no Russ or GGK till I started.
Oh my god. MGK, Russ, G-Eazy. I can't call that man Easy G-Eazy. I know like one G-Eazy song. I know a couple of Russ's songs. I know a lot of MGK songs because I actually like his music. And of course, I know just about
everything about Eminem.
Everything about Eminem. Let's get back into it. Not everything, because I know there's some real stands out there. So don't test my knowledge on that. Let's get back into it.
If stereotypes, I don't feed into it.
Painted as a need to police themselves and condemn those who break hip-hop's codes, there is an honorable intention to be taken from this. But where this might be the most admirable reason to take issue with a fellow Caucasian in hip-hop, there is one other common cause of the beefs that can't be ignored, and that's the nature of the music industry. Where Yellow Wolf's Bloody Sunday freestyle took aim at Post Malone, G-Eazy, and MGK to generate buzz for his forthcoming album, others were incentivized by in different ways. Here we have R.A. the Rugged, an underground legend that was once headhunted by a record label purely to diss Eminem and capitalize on his hype.
And when M blew up, I had every label on the planet calling me to do a diss record for us, do a diss record, diss Eminem. You're calling White Boy to diss White Boy. I think Suge got Milkbone to do a diss record to M. Like they would reach out to White Boy rappers. Like priority was like, look, you're the only white boy that can do it. You're better than them. You'll destroy him.
R.A. ultimately turned them down and chose to share this story to the
Pause.
world. But if he actually rejected their offer and was free to talk about
Because we like white on white crime. So of course, we need to see y'all diss each other because, it's profitable and people want to see it.
That's all I need to be said about that.
Let's get back into it.
it, it makes you wonder how many other feuds between white rappers may have been manufactured by a record label getting
This man look bad.
That man look like John B, bruh. That man look like John B.
White on white
A beat up
Others
version
have
of
witnessed
John
the
B.
media try to drive a wedge between them by pitting otherwise cordial MCs against each other. Unfortunately, this isn't a half-baked theory. And was
I like
actually
Mac Miller,
epitomized
too.
during the conversation between Mac Miller and Hot 97's Ebro.
You know, people always, what do you think about Macklemore? Because he's killing it now. I'm like, nah,
he's killing it. Yeah,
that's
good.
awesome. And he's a good dude, too. That's fine.
Two things I'd like to do. One, Macklemore, I don't know him, right? And I'm cool with Ack Iller right now. You're going
What's
against
wrong with
everything I
Macklemore?
just said. We don't have to say Macklemore to like Mac Miller.
Right. It can just be cool.
Pause. Why is this dude screaming? Why are you screaming in the mic? The dude in the red shirt, why are you screaming in the mic, son?
Why nobody like Macklemore?
He's a culture vulture.
Oh.
Just like Post Malone is. Culture vulture. Let's get back into it.
Yeah,
It
it's
can just be
fine.
cool. There's no
because I'm
issue.
gonna tell you right now, there's plenty of beef between black rappers. I need white rapper beef.
Oh, but since white rappers were traditionally the minority in hip hop, they had the most beef.
It was like quiet, like
sincere.
No, I just don't want him to win because I am the white rapper.
There's only so many
There
white
can
rappers.
only-
Exactly. There's only so many white rapper slots. Agreed. But yeah, I think I said all the thing that I had to say about this video. I stand where I stand, and again, you guys gotta duke it out. And right now, it goes Eminem.
Nobody
NF.
else for me.
It was like my top two. Nobody else for you. You just say like Post Malone.
He not a rapper though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even label Post Malone. I don't even label Post Malone a rapper. He's just a musician that I like. When I think of him,
He
I
plays
don't.
some instruments.
Okay, he's an artist that I like.
Okay.
But he does play the guitar.
Okay. I
Oh.
guess he's a musician.
But I don't. Eminem. When it comes to hip hop, when it comes to rap,
Mm-hmm.
Eminem. White rappers, Eminem. Nobody else. If I had Eminem, Mac Miller.
I never listened to any of Mac Miller's music,
I
so I have no idea. His music didn't catch my ears. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Eminem and NF, who's yours?
Eminem and NF.
Oh, you gonna put Kelly on there?
Who? MGK?
Yeah.
I like MGK. Like, he's a cool rapper, but I like him more as, I think, what is he? Like a rock star or whatever he's doing right now. I like to me, that's more of his territory because it just looks like it just comes natural to him. So yeah. That's what I got. Let us know, guys, what do you think about it, and we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, and until next time, peace.